Hey, good day, everybody. 7 daily habits of exceptionally successful people. You know, when you see people who are capable of accomplishing extraordinary things, you can't help but wonder, what is it that makes them so different? Numerous studies show reoccurring characteristics congruent with high achievers, exceptionally successful people. Number one, they plan each day with purpose in action. Sunday night gets a bad rep because it means having to face another week back on the treadmill, spinning the wheel once again. Successful people plan their days, yes, even Sundays, different, better, more exciting, more purposeful, more meaningful. Tony Robbins says action without a high degree of purpose is a waste of time. How much of your life are you designing? So one of the things I did is before I go to bed every night, I would plan out every hour of the following day, every hour, exactly who I was going to call, what appointments I had, if I was going to work on a project or work on something, on a training issue that I was doing or anything. I had it all planned out every minute of every day or every hour on the hour because I wanted to get the maximum results I could. And as a result of doing that, my career just really took off when I started doing that. We all have 24 hours in a day. The difference between high achievers and ordinary people is high achievers manage your time relentlessly. Number two, they step outside of their comfort zone. Successful people thrive when they're stretched beyond what they think they can handle, consistently pushing the boundaries of what's possible and don't accept settling. This means stepping outside of our comfort zone and questioning the world around us, looking for opportunities to constantly improve. How long have you been in your comfort zone? You know, one of the things about success is, comfort and success are like oil and water. They do not mix. And you have to be willing to be uncomfortable for a time to get to a place at some point in the future where you are comfortable. And I know that definitely was true for me. Everything about what I had to do in building my business in the beginning was very uncomfortable for me. And I just kept pushing through it and doing it. I knew I had to do it. I knew that if I did it, consistently over time, that it would become more and more comfortable. And you need to look at it that way. Whatever you're avoiding because you want to be comfortable is costing you. Don't succumb to that. Number three, they surround themselves with smart people. Some of the world's trailblazing entrepreneurs, such as Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Richard Branson, and Mark Zuckerberg, had a solid team around them from the beginning. They knew their team was crucial to their success. Collaboration allows you to refine your thinking and challenge yourself and be challenged. This is big here, we become the average of the 5 closest people we surround ourselves with. So the question is, who are you spending your time with? Because if you look around and you pay attention to who you spend most of your time with, that's who you're going to be. Could be really exciting, could be really scary. Number 4, focus on the big picture. Focusing on details allows you to track results and make improvements based on facts, not guesswork. But sometimes we get lost in the doing and forget the building and creating. If you're not designing and creating a better life for yourself, who will? Never lose sight of the big picture and always work on your why. Your why is critically important. If you don't know exactly why you're doing what you're doing and what you want out of what you're doing, when you run into a roadblock or a stumbling block or a challenge, you're going to want to quit. When your why is super clear and very, you have an emotional attachment to it, you're going to be able to keep moving forward. Number 5, get the job done. It's human behavior to procrastinate. High achievers develop laser-like focus when it comes to getting things done. At times, it can be obsessed and selfish and often making sacrifices most of us would not be prepared or willing to make. Prioritize better. Set aside time to focus on your goals list, not your to-do list. Be in the habit of getting it done no matter how you feel. Number 6, refuse to take no for an answer. When you hit a wall, it's easy to consider that it's the end of the road and tend to give up. Only the most stubborn among us will persevere long enough to climb the rest of the mountain. Think of the Wright brothers trying to get people in the air. Can you imagine what their peers said? Today, we can't imagine a world without planes. What's your dream? Number 7, never, ever, ever stop learning. One of our great capacities is the ability and urge to learn. Unfortunately, most of us stop learning once our formal education stops. We allow ourselves to remain stagnant in our careers and in our personal lives. This is one of his mentors, not mine. Dale Beaumont once said, if you're not green and growing, you're ripe and rotting. Yuck. How much of your week do you dedicate to learning? One of the things that I did is I turned my car into University of Success. I only listened to personal development audios in my car. I didn't listen to the radio. I put books everywhere, right? Books that were helping me in different parts of whether it's people skills, sales skills, time management skills, emotional intelligence, etc. I had books everywhere, on my nightstand, in the bathroom, in my car, in my briefcase, on the kitchen table, everywhere. So I'm always have a chance. If I have an extra 15 minutes here or there, I can read. If you do this all the time, you know, success breeds success. So make sure you're always learning. You have a personal development, agenda that you are relentless about doing.